EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New Orleans Saints. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back. Line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Looking to put a drive together. Hey! They'll run with Devin Neal. And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Running again with Barkley on second down.
Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Two yards still to go. Third down now. Throwing is Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10.
63. 70, go.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Here's Hurts to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Barkley, inside handoff. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They go play action with Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at it, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things And let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
He finds his man, complete. It's Neal. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys
like
in the
that.
circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, 48 yards. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line. Okay, break.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Ready, go.
Now it's Richardson. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Knight. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw this. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Travis Kelsey, 33 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
And a fake here. Drive snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
The element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. And sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Given 3 on the screen, he couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll boost their lead to 9. It's 17-8. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Knight. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They run with Neal. Give him a yard on the run there. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He'll try to pick it up himself. Escapes the defender. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Anthony Richardson, 26 yards. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Now Cade York for the extra point. And he gets it to go to cut the deficit now to 2, 17-15. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. 60 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
First down, Philadelphia.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 30 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jalen Hurts in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Roll!
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
At the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Again, it's Richardson. He completes it to Olave. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Saints are back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is down to 2.
Saints 22.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
A first down carry for Barkley. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Second down and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And this time he is in. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, good move. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and they're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, exactly. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Richardson. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Richardson. And that's brought in by Knight. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
Back to the air with Richardson. He finds his man complete. It's Knight. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards. That one was hard to fathom. They were in the dime. They had 6 DBs back there. They still lost it.
Great word, because I'm right there with you. I don't understand how they couldn't pick him up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Devin Neal, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have got it back to within a score.
The Saints will
Richardson will throw for it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Saints 30.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they get their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And incomplete on the deep ball. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throwing is Hurts. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Get up, 18.
Here's Richardson to throw. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Eagles' 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Richardson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Saints will line up for the two-point conversion.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead.
31.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
First down, Eagles.
They go play action with Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down back at the 25. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The Saints going to call the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Jahan Dotson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Pass to 60. Pass to 60.
They run. Here's Neal. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Richardson back to throw it. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. No hesitations, they go right back to Kelce. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Pass on 80.
13-yard line.
This is Neal. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A big play here. 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of a yard.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And 2.
He'll try to pick it up himself. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Ready.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Let's go. 7 Pirates. 60 bikes. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's 1st and goal.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Richardson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. This is 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
He's back to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. Back to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped him 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.